All right, so for today, let me just work 4 questions, 21 through 24. Now here, 21 and 22, we need to find the x-intercept value, write it as an order paired, and write the function notation of each line of the x-intercept, okay? So, okay, let's take a look. X-intercept value, okay? So what I'm asking here is, look at this as an equation. Find the value of x that will make the other letter equal to 0. Okay, so find the value of x that makes y equal to 0. Okay, so let me write this as 0 because y is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to 2x minus 2. So find the value of x that makes the y equal to 0. Now what I want y equal to 0, because on the x-axis, any point you choose on the x-axis, the y value is 0. So that's what we call it x-intercept, okay? So y is equal to 0. So I'm just going to solve for x. I need to have x by itself. So this minus 2 at the end, let me move it to the left as a plus 2. Right? Don't forget, I got to switch the sign. So I have that 2 is equal to 2x, right? Because 0 plus 2 on the left gave me 2. So 2 is equal to 2x. To get x by itself, let me divide both sides by 2. It's not that those twos eliminating and then they're gone, right? I don't do magic. I don't make things disappear. 2 over 2, we usually cancel out because it's 1. 2 over 2 divided by 2 is 1, but in multiplication, 1 is useless. So it's not I just have an x without number. I have a 1x. So again, I didn't do magic. The numbers did not disappear. It's just that they became 1. On the left side, 2 over 2. Now this one I'm going to write it because it's the number by itself. There's no letter. So I have x is equal to 1. So for my x-intercept value, for my first answer, 1. So my x value is 1, right? So matter of fact, you guys are going to see on your homework, this is x equals. All right, so x equals 1. I found my x-intercept value. Now I need to write this as an order pair. Okay, order, right? Alphabetical order, x and y. Paired, so 2. My order paired is 1, 0. So notice how I'm saying x equals 1, y equals 0. So I got that from the x value. And then as a function, I'm just going to write, you guys are, the function, what I need you to guys write is f of x, it's equal to y. As a matter of fact, you guys will see in the instructions, I might say, you know, how to write it down. So in this case, my x value is 1, right? My y value is 0. So I need you to write this as f of 1, it's equal to 0. Nice. The hard part was just to solve for x. Everything else is simple to write. So let's do this real quick. Let's take a look at number 22. I'm going to find the value of x that makes y equal to 0. So let me write this as 0 is equal to negative x minus 4. This minus 4, let me move it to the left as a plus 4. So I have that 4 is equal to a negative x. Two things I can do. I can divide both sides by -1. So it gives me -4 is equal to x. Or I could have just changed the signs. Really, I could have just done that. All right, so the x value is -4. So right on your homework where it says x equals, and then you have to type it in, your answer is -4. What's the value of x that makes y equal to 0? As an order paired, I'm going to write this as -4, 0. Right, because x is -4, and that makes the y value equal to 0. As a function notation, I'm going to write this as f of -4, it's equal to 0. Not too hard. Now let's take a look at number 23 and number 24. I want you to find the x and the y intercepts of each line, but I want you to enter each as an order pair. Okay, so we know that the x-intercept is when the y go to 0, right? Right where I cross the x-axis. So as a matter of fact, let me take a look at the point where across the x-axis, and it's in the coordinates of this point, -2, 0. And looking on the y-axis, right, looking at the y-axis, the point where I cross the y-axis are in the coordinates of this point, 0, 4. Okay, so the x-intercept, right, you guys are going to see on your notes, on your homework, I mean, there's one point that I'm asking for the x-intercept. And there's one point where I'm asking for the y-intercept. Okay, the x-intercept is the coordinates of the point that touches the x-axis. So the coordinates of that point are -2, 0. The coordinates of the y-intercept, the coordinates of the point that touches the y-axis, is the point 0, 4. Same idea for number 24. Okay, so the x-intercept, I'm looking at the x-axis, the point. So again, I'm looking at the x-intercept. I'm looking at the point that touches the x-axis, and my coordinates here are 4, 0. You can see the value of x is 4, and then the y is 0. Remember, on the x-intercept, any point on the x-intercept has the y value of 0. And then I'm gonna also ask you for the y-intercept. So I'm looking at the point that crosses the y-axis. For the x-intercept, the x value is 0. I'm solving for y. Okay, I don't see a number exactly, but it's right in between -2 and -4. Right in between it. So obviously I'm going to call it -3. That's what we did today.